So it's a big appeal. Once again, going for the slog sweep. It was a full. Once again, it's an over-pitch delivery, takes an inside edge and goes. Once again, pitching it strong. There is a chance of a run out here, and yes, it is. Once again, a good line delivery, but onto the pads. There is again a chance of a run out. If there would have been a direct hit, it would have been a close call. That's almost a Yorker line delivery, over pitch delivery. That is what I was saying. Anything which. Once again, no pitch, played it up and above the point fielder. The fielder running behind the ball, they will cut it off. Once again, back of a good line delivery, batsman had to do. That's a slower delivery, a bit short. Once again, swing, but missed completely, goes on to hit the pad. That's a loopy delivery, just inside. That's down the leg side, missed by everyone, batsman, the keeper, and the ball running towards the boundary. Played it up, going straight to the fielder here, and went for a boundary. What a shot here, just opening the face of the bat, played it towards the. Once again, going down the leg, going one knee. So once again, a loopy delivery, beautifully picked up, played it onto the square leg region. Once again, at the same position, but towards the mid-wicket area. That's again a loopy delivery. Once again goes on one knee, plays it up and above the square leg region, and that's good. Once again, up in the air, there is a fielder, but he. That's once again onto the leg. He goes down on one knee, plays it. 53 of just 24 deliveries, 6 fours. That's an open delivery, just open the face of the bat. That's a low full toss, played it towards the cover region for about. That's down the leg side, the ball races towards the boundary. Once again, there is a fielder, but falling just in front. That's played up. There is a fielder on one. He played it beautifully over the long off fielder. That's a good line delivery, but equally well played by the batsman, opening the face of the bat and played. That's a beautifully picked up delivery. A bit of turn here. Once again, very slow in the air, but this batsman is too good for such kind of a delivery. Once again, slower in there. He was waiting for this delivery. That's a beautifully played here. It was an over pitch. That's a good line delivery. Well played towards the. That's played exactly between the long. That's a full toss, takes an outside edge and ball. That's played up and above the wide of long off fielder. That's an edge, did not carry to the fielder on. That's a low full toss onto the leg side and that's once again played beautifully, but there is a fielder there and with this single, Mohammad Salman Ali Pasha completes his 50 of just 34 deliveries. Well played. That's played up in the air, going and gone over the head of Lottie. 55 of just 23 deliveries. What a knock. That's played towards the extra cover region. And there is a misfield and the ball. That's an edge and this time the keeper does not. That's a good line delivery. There is a fielder, but just sailing above the fielder here. Once again, going on one knee, playing it on the square leg area. 36 deliveries. That's once again over pitch delivery. There is a fielder coming underneath it, and he 120 deliveries. The first delivery, there is a big appeal onto his pads here, going towards. Just onto the pads, played it over 37 and Faizan. That's played up in the air, but there's no distance whatsoever. There is a field. Once again, slower in the air, played it up and above. There is a fielder coming underneath it, and he takes a catch. Batsman, the wicketkeeper of Team Nepal, Gorkhali Rhinos. Once again, very slower in the air. The batsman goes on one. Once again, coming. Once again, in the air, played it straight down the ground towards the long on region for a boundary. That's a short delivery, played it between the point and gully, bisecting to the two fielders. Once again, a short delivery, once again played exactly between these two fielders, and once again, a short line delivery. I believe he has taken inside edge. Have to wait and watch. That's a loopy delivery. The batsman was not. That's played up in the air. There is a fielder coming underneath it and he drops the catch. 2.1 overs, just 8 runs. That banged in shot, equally well played. That's played up in the air. There is a fielder there. This time he doesn't make it. That's a beautiful delivery. Played it towards the third man region. The ball is racing towards the boundary. Once again, slower in the air, but he had a late cut. Goes.
Once again moving away. Again a slower delivery. Played it towards the point region. Going on one knee. A Yorker delivery. Onto the pads again. Well played by the batsman. Coming down the track. Played it toward the mid wicket. That's a beautiful shot. Played it around the wicket. Onto his pads. There's a fielder, but he dropped. Played it over. The long on fielder. Onto the left side. Missed by the keeper. Played it up and above the long. Sliced it. There's a fielder for the fine leg and take a quick single. There's a misfield, overthrow, and get a good shot. Played over. Good shot. What a beautiful shot. But there's a fielder. What a shot. But there is the fielder and